Hi Phyllis, how you doing? What a beautiful day. It's very blue skies and stuff like that. Yeah, I got the panoramic roof open. In fact, I might close it because I'm actually slowly roasting to death. Got this thing called air conditioning. It's okay, but it's a bit like an asthmatic trying to breathe at you. It's not the greatest. It's not bad. Anyway, not a whinging and complaining video. I mean, I don't ever do videos about whinging and complaining ever. No, not at all. But I was asked not so long ago, actually, and I also dropped it in an email to someone who's been sending me some weird shit that's going on in his life. I'm not going to say who and where and whatnot, and, you know, names like that, but weird phone calls and things, and I'm getting on the phone calls, and, yeah, bizarre. But I have been asked before, what is my thoughts on reverse ITC? Now, I don't mean the Steve Huff thing where you take a video, play it backwards and through the pareidolia of like, oh, it says words so undebunkable, but I've told you many times of how you can debunk that shit straight there and then, or validate it. Come on, Josh, you can do that. Look at the sky, Josh, there's lots of clouds. That one looks like Jesus a little bit. And, sorry. Control yourself. But yeah, reverse ITC, what's my thoughts on it? Because a lot of people will take sessions and they'll reverse them, like, oh my god, listen to that, it sounds like, you know, clear as well, not unclear, you know, the spirits, the entities must have done it like that. Yeah, I mean, if you want to think like logically, or if you were such an entity, not that like you would know how to use such a device, the spirit box, it's a weird thing, isn't it, trying to understand these entities, but like I say, I've got first-hand witness with my own eyes this stuff exists, right? So I'm not really talking to all the skeptics out there, I'm preaching to the choir a little bit. But, how do I phrase this correct? Why would you put a message backwards out there? Very cryptic, innit? Unless you don't want them to find it, it's just so cryptic. I'll tell you where the idea of reverse ITC, well not ITC, reverse messages come from. Because I don't believe an entity would do that unless it was purposeful. You know, I'm not saying it's impossible, and I'm not saying anybody out there who is doing, I don't know, a spirit box session or an EVP, don't reverse it. Do it, you know, reverse your shit, and hey, that sounds strange, you know, or that sounds like it's saying such and such. There's no law against it, is there? You know, for validity or anything like that. I'm just saying I don't really believe in it, but I'll tell you where it actually comes from, okay? Or if I can theorise it comes from. In the old days, when, you know, the world was in black and white, according to kids, we had these things called cassettes. Yeah, cassettes, they're amazing. Well, they're not amazing, actually. Actually, they're really good if you maintain them, but nobody wanted to maintain cassette players. Well, that's another story. Or video players, for that matter. Nobody wanted to maintain them, so the quality degraded and degraded. But anyway, my point is, we had cassette players, and so investigators would go around asking their questions on their dictaphones with the, you know, the little, you get those answering machine tapes, or a full-size one, doesn't really matter. And, well, you know, so they get EVPs come through, but sometimes they are backwards. I'm like, the fuck? And one investigator, I remember this actually, and I wasn't really into the paranormal then at all, I was only a wee little kid, but I remember watching a programme on the paranormal about this woman, and everyone thought she was batty because she walked around her house with this recorder, and then she'd get messages come through, and I don't know if she believed it was her dead son or something, I don't know what the reason was, but, you know, and she asked about this, reversing, why does it come out reverse or whatnot, what is that about? It's because the EVP is implanted on either side of the cassette. So think about it. A cassette plays one way, yeah? And you've got the magnetic heads at the bottom, alright? Those magnetic heads are, you know, reading, if you like, the audio one way, right? But if it's on the wrong side of the track, or imprinted the wrong side, it's going to play backwards. It's going to come out backwards. And that's also how you use side A and side B of a tape. You turn the tape over, ergo it's now playing backwards. Or if you had one of those automatic, you know, well, the thing that just flips the magnetic hair around, an automatic turn tape around thing, mechanism, you know. But yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I don't really believe entities would leave messages backwards, you know, unless they're being cryptic bastards. I suppose not beyond the realms of possibility if they wanted to play games and stuff like that, because some of these entities do, wherever they're from, usually from, like, we'll say the lower levels, what people know them as the lower realms. Oops, shout out there. But yeah, you know, no, I don't believe personally, why? There's no point. If they're trying to be heard, why would you complicate things by listening to things backwards? But it comes from getting EVPs on cassettes. They use either side, or you know, and that's why. So it's not really relevant in today, especially when you're using digital recorders. But that doesn't mean to say Order's gonna fucking slam you for fucking like going through your session and playing a word backwards. It's just interesting, and you know, you just take it with a pinch of salt. I mean, you know, on a spirit box, you know, you ask, "Are you the devil?" And he goes, "Yep, yep, yep." And then you go, "Hang on a minute," and you reverse it, and it sounds like, "I am the devil's son." Then fine, you know, yeah, maybe cryptic, but that's just my thoughts now. You wanted to know about it? I'm telling you, I just realised I got a bit of food on my mouth the whole journey. Lovely, brilliant, yeah. Anyway, grubby bastard. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Special thanks to all of you. We have kept our house. I'm not going to make this a video about the house. It is subject to adjourned, which basically in English means, right, we can keep the house, but if we get into any arrears again, like even a week, we're going to be thrown in front of the judge, and you know, then they could possibly take it off again. So it is out of the woods, but not really, if that makes sense. We've got to really put the pressure on and fucking keep making sure we make the rent. Oh shit. Give me some work, some more hours, please. Oi, the dolphin, you haven't replied back to me. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, special thanks in the description to you guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. I don't know what we would have done without you. I'm not making it one of those videos. And how about, instead of just me waffling going, thank you for making it a million times, you probably put a montage of me saying thank you to fucking how many people. How about just have some bonus content, some bonus content. Enjoy Thirtless. All the best. I'll see you real soon for a live stream soon, okay? Take care. Much the best. Love you. I do. I promise. I do. God, what have I done without you?
Is it his bottom? It's beautiful, isn't he? His baby. He's off.